Hello YouTube and welcome to my monthly lineup report for March.
And if you watched my February progress, which was the first one that I did, you'll remember that I had an average break across the 5 of 32. And I'm aiming to first of all get a break 50 plus, and then next challenge after that in my head is to get an average break over 50 across the 5 breaks. So yeah, last time I managed a 52, which was quite nice. Let's see how we get on with this one. Now, I haven't been practicing a lot this month. I've been really busy with proper work. So I've only been playing in matches, and this video I recorded the day after my absolute drumming by Gareth. So I was kind of out here to prove a point to myself, and I wasn't expecting to do quite as well as I actually managed to do. I won't say any more than that, but stay with us to the end, and you never know, you might see one or two half decent breaks. And this time around I've really tried to focus on keeping my head down on the shot until I know that the ball is in the pocket, rather than getting up as soon as the cue ball has hit the object ball. As Steve Davis said in his cue tip with Hendry, that the biggest thing you can do is keep your head still. And that one I did keep my head still, but where I was trying to play that shot with a bit of check side to make sure the white went away from the reds, I completely mistook the potting angle and missed it very, very thick. So a couple of shots here where this is obviously the end of the break, but this is just for me going, well, that should be the way the ball pots. So I over adjusted the first time and got it that one. So first break was 38. Let's see if we can match that or better it. I always like to start off these with the red closest to the top cushion, because it's probably, well, it is the hardest ball to pot. So if you've got ball in hand, you might as well take that one first to give yourself the nicest angle to get onto the black. Having said that, I like to alternate the shot selection from that red to the black, because otherwise if you just keep playing a sort of low half ball stun up onto it, you get used to playing that shot. But if you can work it so that you're playing, if you're using the top cushion with side to keep the white ball either side of the reds, or say stunning up, just a bit of variety really to make sure that you're trying all the different shots. So on to 24. Looking okay so far. Taking this one to stay on the black. Now a little bit of angle so I can screw stun up for the red just above the black spot. So a little bit too much angle here to hold nicely for the black, so on and off the cushion. And I've overhit that one, yeah, little shake of the head, because I haven't left myself nice on the pink or nice on the black. but there isn't really any other option other than trying to flick this black in. And if I play this like that, I will keep myself on a red. So beating the first break, we're up into the 40s. Cue ball's still in a nice place on the table. And if you remember the challenge from last month, it was the blue to the middle with this sort of angle that caused me most problems. 2 breaks I broke down on because that's the ball that I missed. So just assessing the angle on which ball is best to continue the break. I could take the one that's a couple of balls above the pink and go down for the black, but that would mean sort of lying on the table and not a very nice cueing position. But this one, yes, it's an easy pot, but it's also easy to stand and play the shot and just gently roll through for the pink. So rather than trying to get the extra point from the black, we'll play for the pink, and then I can screw back off of this one and then again have a choice of reds. So we've gone past the 50 mark. So that's first of my self-imposed challenges completed. Now this red, screw back for the black, or just gently roll through and play for the pink. Again, staying down on the shot, just making sure. But that one, if I'd have excuse me, if I'd have screwed back for the black off of that one, then you start having to make sure that you are really cueing it well, because it could all go wrong. But playing the gentle roll through like that, yes, the pink's worth a point less, but if it means keeping the break going, the whole point of these lineups is to clear the balls, at least at my level. So didn't fancy the rolling through for the blue there, because that was always going to leave me low and I'd have had to go in and out of bulk. And we've actually managed to get into the 60s, which is nice. So stun across, again choice of reds, but I've hit that one slightly too low in the cue ball, so I've left myself sort of right in between a couple of different shots. But this ball seems to be the better of the two. So not a particularly great angle on the pink, so let's see if we can get this black in and get into the 70s. Whee! So up to 75. That's really good. Really happy with that one. But left myself. This is a horrible shot. This is. And yeah, I kind of knew when I was down there that one was going to be a little bit close. Yeah, so just counting up the reds. So 10 reds with colours. Actually, very, very happy with that one. So from here, let's have a look and see if I can do any better than that 75. So I left myself absolutely plumb straight on that one. If I'd have rolled through for the red below the black, I was always going to leave myself a bit crappy on it. So decided to screw on and off the cushion, then I'd have had more choice. So again, unfortunately, left myself dead straight. So I'm going to have to play the same shot again this way round. Screw back on and off the cushion and leave myself on a choice. Still trying not to hit the ball too hard. Kind of played for a choice of this red to the middle or the one that the cue ball was next to into the right corner, but that was always going to be a choice of if I hit it too hard, I've got the corner. If I underhit it, I've got the one in the middle. But this one, can I avoid a cannon on that red? Because I'm a little bit too low. No, I couldn't avoid the cannon, unfortunately. So neither of those go to that particular corner. But we can play this red and go nicely onto the pink. Just make sure I push the cue through straight on this one, and I can remove one of those two reds above the black. So the other one will then pop. Just trying to decide which one's going to be the best positional shot. But so this one, stunning back up for the pink, was better than playing the slightly thinner cut on the other red. And now this one on and off the side cushion, and I'm going to try and remove that red from below the black. Shouldn't be too difficult to get from red to black. Just make sure that ball goes in. Oh, I thought, that's why I've stayed down on it a bit longer, I really thought I'd missed that one. So controlled screw, nice and gentle. Make sure the black, and that's going to stay nicely on the reds. But there isn't a red that will take me back to the black. I mean, I could screw off of this one, but then, as in deep screw off the cushion, but then that red that's off line would come into play with not getting on the black. So gentle screw, and we'll leave myself on the pink. So once again back up into the 60s. So this is fairly decent. Yeah, I've left myself a little bit short on this blue, and as I said in the previous break, these are the blues that I was missing in the last session. So I've taken a bit more time over this one because I'm planning on playing some sort of cannon on that red. Just a little flick, because then that's always going to leave me on that red. If I'd have tried to avoid a cannon, then the cue ball's only ever going to go up towards the bolt colours and leave me on nothing. But this way, I can play the red like that and come on and off the cushion for the black in the corner again. I've got a nice little angle to play this one positively, to play for the red that's just above the black. So back up to 75 again, actually. That's quite decent. Now, a choice of a couple of shots here, but I'm going to play it just above centre, so not quite top spin, not stun run through, just a little bit sort of in between. Just to make sure that the cue ball stays that side of the table and close to the reds. And similar shot to what I played before, so make sure I get top side of the blue. And that was heartbreaking. That was solely me working more on position than it was the pot and getting everything very, very wrong. But a decent break. very, very decent. So on to break number 4. Let's see how I can get on with this one. So one and off the side cushion. I know that I'm going to be on one of the reds just below the blue, but decided to take this red because it's going to keep me on the black. Now I know a lot of these shots are just sort of, or at least on the reds, they seem to be straight or just off straight and just gentle roll throughs, but if that's the best positional shot that can be played to get me or you onto the next colour, definitely why not take it. Now can I avoid the cannon on this one? I can't, but I've played it nice and softly so that it does keep me on it. But this red, I felt was a better option for getting me to the black. And there I finish on 47. I know I'm looking at the wall, but as you can see the white is finished just under the pink. That is the worst positional shot I've played all video. So on to attempt number 5. At least attempt number 4 got back up into the 40s. So can I equal that previous one, excuse me, or can I better it? I got up a bit early on that one, but I was confident that red was on its way to the middle of the pocket. I didn't quite get into that one. I wanted to leave the white this sort of angle but low on the black so that it would be nice and easy to get up to the red. So now I've got play on and off of a couple of cushions, and as the cue ball's got to travel further, it makes the shot a bit harder, but all good. So roll it in, get the white up. No, I'm not rolling that one in. Oh, okay. Excuse me, I've played that one positively. I thought I was going to roll that one in for a choice of the reds below the pink. But off for 2 cushions was perhaps a much better option. I was a little bit wobbly on that black, which is probably why the positional shot's gone a little bit wrong. So, the red at the bottom of the line, do I take that to the middle pocket? Do I take the red just underneath the pink to the middle? Or do I take the red at the bottom of these 3 to this corner? Now, this one's all about judging the cannon on the second red. I know I'm going to catch it half ball or less, so it's going to keep me on a choice of pink or black. So that's why I decided to take that one. Now, black goes in, so we're back into the 50s again, so very happy there. Now I can take the red, the second red up, and that will be a stun up for the blue, or I can play this one and be a similar shot and down for hopefully black, but pink at worst case. But I left myself a lot straighter on this black than I wanted to, and the pink's a bit of a dodgy angle, so the red below the pink does not go in the middle because the red towards the side cushion. So there you go. Just have a quick look at that one. So the only red I've got is the one at the bottom of the line. So potting angle, the cue ball is going to the left of the yellow and always going to come back down the table. So as long as I get in and out of bulk, depending on the pace, I will have a choice of colours. To be fair, I was actually only playing for getting on the pink. So yeah, a little wobble of the head because I might as well, excuse me, try and take the black from this position. But I've missed that one. Yeah, I'm looking to the heavens. No, look back at the table. And I know exactly why I missed that one. And that is because I felt like I was falling off the table. Ribs were sort of hurting a bit on the side of the table, so I kind of hit the ball rather than standing up and resetting. If I'd have done that, I'd have probably potted it and carried on. But so those are the 5. Let's have a look at the results. So as we can see, attempt 1 was 38 and I played a poor positional shot black to red, which meant I missed the red. Yeah, that was right. Attempt 2, break of 75, enjoyed that one. Break of 83, very much enjoyed that one, but that one I ended by concentrating more on position than I did the pot, which is why I missed it. The 47, I potted the black but paid absolutely no attention to where the white was going. It did something that I didn't think it was going to do and ended up next to the white. Next to the pink. God, I put my teeth in. So that's why that one ended early. And then the 65, that one ended because I was half falling off the table whilst I was trying to pot the black. But it has put my average up over 61, which is bonkers actually. So with my first attempt last month, I was aiming to get a break over 50, which I managed. This time round, again, trying to get a break over 50. I've even managed to get the average over 50, and I thought that was going to take me 4 or 5 months to do that. So, although I'm not going to adjust the score line that I'm looking for, I'm going to aim for 5 breaks. I know that would mean that I'll average over 50 again, but I'm aiming for 5 breaks of 50 plus. And average of 60. I know it's already at 61, but I think let's not push too far ahead, because otherwise we're going to run before we can walk, and that will mean that mentally I'll go backwards, and that's not what I want to do. If you are still with me at this point, thank you very much to you for listening to me waffle, and I will see you with the next video coming up very soon. Thank you, take care.